Well, Kevin Stefanski was asked about some of the injured guys coming back, specifically David Njoku, Naheem Hines, and the tackles, Jack Conklin, Jedrick Wills.
They're both working very hard getting closer. I know they're two tackles, but two different injuries. They're working at they're doing their damnedest to get back. So we'll see what they look like today, tomorrow, Friday, but that's just how you have to treat any injury, and these guys in particular, they're working hard to get back.
Kevin, with Naheem, whenever he's able to get back, we know what he brings in the return game, but offensively, what kind of dimension does he add to that backfield?
Yeah, I think you see Naheem and the plays that he's made in his career, certainly not just on special teams, on offense as well. So he's a talented ball carrier, whether you hand it to him or throw it to him. So excited to get him back out there at practice as well. That's another one, Mary Kay. We got to see how this week goes, see how he looks throughout this week. But Dave obviously gives our offense a boost with his ability both in the run game and the pass game. But really got to see how he does these next few days.
And Jeff, he's talking about Njoku at the back half there, and I think he would help both the passing game and the running game and the red. I mean, if he can come back and is 90%, 80%, that helps you.
No doubt. And I think, maybe everybody kind of got excited last week when he went back to the one practice. But if you notice, everything that we saw of him returning to practice last week was basically at a 50%, 60% clip. And going back to what we did see, he was like, I haven't seen one cut yet or anything that's going to resemble, what would, translate into, running a pattern and trying to create separation, which was why it was only the one practice this week. Look, the higher ankle sprain is always the more difficult one to come back from. It's not just involving your foot, essentially. It's involving, your foot, your mid leg, your calf, even your knee. You don't want to put too much stress on it. They really could use David back. David, last year just made this incredible rise. He was always obviously a talented player, was always kind of a big part of the offense. But, once they, had Joe Flacco playing and they started to just go vertical more often, you just saw that it just opened up. What we all kind of knew about David for the years is that he's just such an athletically gifted tight end. He's such a difficult cover. But when you have all your routes being run within 10 to 12 yards of the line of scrimmage, it's kind of easy to cover anybody because you're basically playing Arena League football. So to get David back would be crucial. And look, he's out on the field Wednesday this week. Last week it was only Thursday. So you're going to try to get to Thursday and see where he is then. You start to need to get these guys back. The other tight ends have tried, but you're just not replacing what a David Njoku has been for this franchise. You're certainly not replacing what a David Njoku was in 2023 for this franchise. Starting to get some more of these talented players back certainly would be a huge, huge boost. And maybe that's something that can up the overall confidence of this offense when they take the field each and every week.